Alright, so we got the whole patch notes for the ReZero collab. Lots of interesting stuff. Of course, the new units are coming out. A whole buff to just unidentified in general. So I like how they put a post and those Subarus here in the front, but there's no Subaru unit. Anyways, the new units, I already talked about the new units, but there's just a few corrections I wanted to make. Because in the translations I had for the previous video, just minor things were incorrect. I mentioned that Emilia, would make an enemy get frozen if they attack twice, but it's if the enemy attacks Emilia twice, it gets frozen. So when the hero receives an attack from the same enemy 2 or more times during the enemy's turn, I don't know how it's 2 or more, because as 2 happens, I guess, they just become frozen. But cleanses all debuffs from allies and frees the enemy for 2 turns. Freezing for 2 turns is very interesting. So they have to either like AoE twice or, attack her twice to actually be frozen, which in a PvE type scenario, that's actually really good. Because the AI doesn't know, who to attack. Or, I mean, I guess they kind of do, but they don't know if they attack her twice. In general, they will be frozen or anything like that, so. And in general, units like these, that aren't, as common, they should be decently common when, as soon as it comes out, but let's say like a year from now, lots of people that are just starting the game will not know actually what she does, and will attack her twice and get frozen. Even to this, like right now, Mark II Valenci is a pretty uncommon unit in PvP, and I face real players that when I seal, they try to use God's List Shield, or rank up, and it just doesn't work, and they quit the match because they're so ashamed. So, inflicts damage equals 260 on attack to one enemy and freezes them for 2 turns. Her card is very similar to, Jericho, the biggest difference being the level 1. So this Jericho, I'm assuming that, these are the same, right? The level 2 and 3 are the same. Inflicts 220, freeze for 1 turn, and then when the freeze is removed, remaining 20% of HP is, taken off of that unit. Then 360, 2 turns, 40%. But the level 1 for Jericho is just damage, 220 damage, while the level 1 for Emilia is actually just a regular freeze card, which is much better. So, inflicts damage equal to 180 on enemies or depletes your ultimate gauge at the end of the enemy's turn for 2 turns. This is the exact same attack as Green Galfer. Then she has Lost Veins ultimate. This Emilia looks really good, but now that, because I thought that it was going to be like if an enemy attacks twice in a turn, like in general, they'll be frozen. If that was the case, she would be like way better, honestly. But she's still really good. I think that out of the bunch, she might be the worst on them really thinking about this, because we got also a different translation for another character that I thought was going to be the worst. But just because she's the worst doesn't mean she's bad. It's just that these 4 characters are really good. Note that all of them are unknown. And starting by, these 2 characters, they really buff unknowns in general. Ram is kind of like the DPS of the bunch. When the hero uses a skill or moves skill to rank up a skill and gain ultimate... When she gets an ultimate gauge, basically. It increases attack-related stats by 5% for 3 turns. Oh! Okay, so this was also incorrect in the initial translations. She increases attack-related stats by 5% up to 5 times. So the initial translation was that she increases her stats by 5%, her basic stats. Increasing attack-related stats by 5% is actually way better. Just as a DPS, of course, increasing HP might actually be better in a lot of cases, but if they are 4 or more, ultimate move orbs recover 30% of max HP, which is also really good. So, why is this good? For each of these buffs that she's giving herself, that's an actual buff on the unit, just like, Assault Melee or something, and she has an Amplify card. For each buff, she increases 30% damage. So F full ultimate gauge with 5 buffs, that's 25% attack-related stats increase, plus 5 stacks of Amplify. So that's like a really strong DPS unit in general. And then her second card, inflicts damage equals 325. Attack to all enemies, decreases ultimate move damage by 50, and decreases and restricts ultimate move effects for 2 turns. So this, like, the effect of, lowering the damage is like similar to Shin, but Shin's card is way different, right? Shin's card doesn't move the damage, first of all. It's 150 across the board, which is a big shaft to Shin. And then 20, 30, 50. Hers is like 20, and then level 2 is already 30, but for 1 turn, I believe. And then for, I guess, level 3 is 2 turns. And then restricts the ultimate move effects. Like, let's say the ultimate move has like death from the 1, the death effect won't proc. Something like that. So that's very good. Inflict Shatter, this is the same ultimate as Blue Skinny King. Alright, so this is where the support comes in. Increases unknown allies' basic stats by 20%. So they really are just hammering down on unknown, which is a big buff for this girl. Yeah. Merlin is gonna be insane in PvP with all these unknown buffs. So increases unknown, you just run her in the back, and then Merlin gets 20% extra stats. Basically it. And then cancel stances on one enemy. She has a stun card. The exact same stun card as Goddess Liz, which is, of course, really good. Goddess Liz being the most annoying character in the game. Not nearly as annoying. She won't be nearly as annoying because she doesn't have like a revive. But, you know, stun, really good. This exact same stun. Inflicts rupture damage equal to 250 on all enemies. This is the same card as Ludo Ciel or Assault Melee, where it does, you know, double damage against buffs. And then inflicts damage equal to 200 on all attack, off attack on all enemies, decrease attack with stats by 30%. This is probably the weakest part about her. This ultimate is decent, but I don't know. Same ultimate as Death Pierce, so she won't hit really hard with the ultimate. What I'm really curious is actually like their full stats, because we did not get to see their full stats. We're gonna see when they come out. Then the last unit here, which also was incorrectly translated first, but increases the hero's HP related stats by 5% for each unknown ally in battle. Recovers HP of unknown allies by 60% of the amount the hero recovers when using skills. So, recovers HP of unknown allies by 60% of the amount the hero recovers when using skills. Okay. So she recovers the HP of allies when she recovers her own HP. Basically? Or does she basically increases the amount that, you know, the ally recovers when they attack themselves? Let's say I use like Emilia or something, and I use this skill and does like some damage. Let's say she has like 10% lifesteal and she heals like 10k or something from the skill. Does she also heal an extra 60% on top of that 10k? Is that how that would work? Regardless, she's gonna be buffing unknown allies healing. And that's really good for Merlin, so. Inflicts damage equal to 400% to one enemy, and life steals 100% of damage. If it is the case that, you know, she heals the allies according to the amount that she herself heals to herself, this would be insane, because I think the level 1 is 40, level 2 is 60%. So let's say, you know, she already has a really high lifesteal. If she also, on top of that, does like a level 2 with 60% lifesteal, that just would be insane for healing on the allies. Then her second skill has Despair, which is the same AoE as Blue Zeldris. When you crit, recover 30% of damage HP upon 6. Yeah, oh, it's actually 30%. I recall it was buffed. And then the ultimate inflicts damage equals 350 on one enemy, and life steals 30%. What? 350 on one enemy, life steals 30%? That surely can't be the case. Because my last skill has 500 on one enemy, life steals 40. So this is definitely AoE, this is just put in correctly. Because 350 on one is just a direct, like downgrade from this Molascula ultimate. Does 560 on one and life steals 40. She does 350 on one and life steals 30. Definitely, this is actually an AoE ultimate, not a single target ultimate. So 350 AoE probably. Alright, the banner sucks. The banner sucks! Sucks. The banner is the worst thing about this whole collab. I can tell you that. So, the worst thing. Each of these characters, 0.25% rates. Is definitely the worst part about the collab is the banner. So, What? They're not 0.5. They're 0.25. They're literally 0.25. Wait. Let me pick up the official patch notes. I actually checked and yeah, Gurkha's database changed it. It's actually 0.25 for each of the characters, and all the rest of the featured units are just useless old characters. I don't understand why they are making the banner so incredibly horrible. I don't recommend like you summon over getting just one copy of each, because it's just irresponsible summoning on this banner, just how bad it is. You're gonna be getting so much more value out of any festival banner, even Merlin's festival banner, which is already terrible. So each of the characters is 0.25%, and then we have Green Escanor, Red Hauser, thinking this should be Green Jericho, Blue Merlin or Red Merlin, doesn't matter, Blue Gopher, Fat King, Green Skinny King, Blue Bond, Green Liz, I'm assuming, and then Counter Melee. This is like day one characters. It's just so bad. It's just actually horrible. I don't even know, man. It's just honestly baffling to me that they're making such a terrible banner. Like the units are really good, but the banner is horse shit. Like I'm summoning. I really like my ReZero waifus, Rem and Ram, but it would be irresponsible to recommend to any free-to-play players to really just go put all your gems in this banner. This banner should come for global in like 3 weeks, and let's say, right, this is like a really good banner, like support for Merlin. If you're not summoning for Merlin anyways, you might as well not even summon this banner. Unless you want them for collection purposes, then, you know, you do you. But this is honestly just terrible. And they know they're gonna make a lot of money with it because it is a collab banner, but it's just sad. It's a 300-600 banner where it's 600 you choose one, just regular casual stuff. And then there's a guaranteed start ticket where you get one of them. Cosmetics. Okay, I don't know why there's one like this. By the way, Ram is free. You get a free pink hair Ram, and you get one free multi. So that's all you get. Hawk Pass is back with the same costumes. Okay, same costumes. All right. Yeah, the free multi is gonna be like a login. You log in for 7 days, you get the free multi. You do the missions, and you get the free Ram. Ram is honestly one of the best out of the 4, so it's actually pretty good. It's just the free one. New raid. Yeah, this is about the new raid. There's a new raid against Pitagus. I don't remember how you say his name. And it seems pretty difficult. You get free costumes for, I believe, only these 2 characters. Yeah, for Ram and for the Beatrice. Like, on the stream that they did, it seemed like the raid was pretty hard, but we're gonna see actually in game. These, like, the live stream people that, you know, showcase units, they're not very good at the game, so I don't know. Usual stuff. You can get 30 times 5 hammers. I'm sorry, anvils. 5 times 1 hammer. Why? Okay. This King event always comes back. The SSR tickets, around 30 bucks. You get SSR ticket, 30 gems. 300 gems for 100 bucks. Okay. Oh, this pack, always good. Always good for when the new characters come. Definitely gonna have to get this. Tickets, just regular packs. But Super Awakening 5 is coming. And then new stage added limited dungeon. So I wonder if they're gonna keep just giving you one limited time key, or they're gonna give more, like somehow, you know, drop it from like events or something, because now there's 2 stages to the limited time dungeon, and you have to choose now either anvils or Super Awakening coins. Depending on how many Super Awakening coins, it might actually be worth it, but New Tower of Trials. So there's no system for Tower of Trials. We're going to actually have to see how it works. Instead of making the tower seasonable, the tower will be continuously updated with higher level floors. In addition, the stage characteristics and special uniques are at times hidden. Okay, that is definitely interesting. Collab coin shop. All right, you can, you know, you can switch a rule. You know, if you have too many of one, you can buy another. You can use one fast coin and switch for 9 Super Awakening coins. Max 3 times. That is interesting. I might just do that because I have so many and they're useless if you're a whale. This is useless. System changes. Function added to skip knighthood boss, final boss, and event boss animation. Okay. When I was reading this, like skip ticket, no, it's just the animation. Okay, that's good because like yeah, you don't have to see them all the time. PvP shop has been updated. Power up stone, anvil. Can buy now. You can buy more anvils. Okay, I'm looking for anything interesting. Super Awakening coins, 6,000 PvP coins. 6,000 PvP coins for one Super Awakening coin. That's kind of ridiculous. That's a lot. It's a lot of coins for one Super Awakening coin. 2,500 for one engraving stone. 3,000 for one hammer. This is actually a lot of coins for just one hammer. 20,000 for one part 1 or 2 ticket. They're surely gonna have to give us more like PvP coins, right? Oh, okay. Now every single day. Oh, okay. So daily missions have changed. Now every single day, when you clear in the speed dungeon, you get 1 Super Awakening coin. When enhance equipment, you get 10 anvils, 6, 8, 10. So I'm guessing but there's a certain amount you have to do. If you cook, you get a cosmetic enhancement material. Clear boss stage, a weapon enhancement material, and then clear deathmatch and outfit enhancement material. Okay. Engravings for the new characters are available. Oh no. This is so weird. Global released mono with this buff, and only now GP is getting it. So before, mono had that when the enemy is bleeding, poisoned, or shocked. She increases 50% damage dealt, right? Now it's 50% when attacking enemies for each bleed, poison, or shock. This would have been much better before King became useless, but I guess better late than never. This released with Global. Global got mono with this passive, but only now mono is getting you on JP. It's so strange. Lifesteal buff. Oh, single target. Oh, I was hoping the lifesteal would be increased. Wait, the lifesteal ultimate is being buffed to 40 from 40 to 100 on single target. Wow. Why? Beatrice doesn't get it. But oh, I was hoping that was gonna buff. They're gonna buff the AOE, because you know, Nunchuk Ban could really use the buff. Bug fixes. This was added to the part 2. Costumes for Mage Lilia and Weapon Research Valenti will be on sales at all times. Okay. Alright, so that's about it. New characters. I mean, man, I don't know, man. I don't like that they're making it all 0.25 each, and the banner sucks. It's not even like it's just because of the 0.25. It's just all the rest of the banner sucks. Like I was hoping it would be 0.5, but even still, even if it was 0.25, why not just put like good units, like Green Galfer, or I don't know, good units. Mark II Valenti would have made a good comeback here on this banner. I don't know, it's just so strange that they made the banner so bad. We're gonna see how this will go, how the units are gonna do. It's a very interesting unknown meta they're pushing for Lolly Merlin. We're gonna see if Lolly Merlin will now be the best unit in the game. And that's about it.